podcast in the history of podcasts.
You are watching Wrestling with Savage! But of course.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, project you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. Smackdown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
I'm trying to give these two WWE legends. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Wrestling with Savage, episode 100. We're here live. It's about to go down. You're about to watch history be made. The 100th episode of the greatest wrestling podcast this planet has ever seen is about to start now. And we're here with Gilch. We're here with Jay. What's going on, everybody? How is your Wednesday? Was it fantastic? Was it too sweet? Was it too sweet? Tell me. Was it? Gilch, was it too sweet for you today?
Sweet.
Jay, are you hyped for this weekend, man?
Are you kidding me? This is episode 100 right now. We're about to see explosive fireworks right now.
Explosive fireworks. AEW Dynamite live results September 14th, 2022. This is Wrestling with Savage, and you are watching episode 100. Dynamite came to you live from Buffalo, New York, and it kicked off with a bang. Jon Moxley versus Sammy Guevara for the semifinal for the AEW World Championship. Before I go into this match, I just want to ask a quick question. Jay, were you shocked that this was the opening match, or did you think this should have been maybe the main event or maybe the 9 o'clock hour? Just tell me the truth.
Come on. We really want to put Moxley in the main event. Let's be real. This is not surprising to me at all. Actually, it's the best call, I think, of the night.
Okay. The match starts off. You got Regal, Taz, Excalibur all on commentary. They're hyping up Jon Moxley, letting us know Sammy could be a dangerous opponent for Moxley. Sammy does come to the ring all by himself, which I was hyped for. But real quick, before I even get into the match, just going to acknowledge that we are going to have a new champion next week on Wednesday night. We are going to have a new AEW World Champion. Matter of fact, we might have two AEW World Champions. And two of those guys right now are Sammy Guevara and Jon Moxley. And they're going to go at it. They're going to have a hell of a match. I appreciated the fact that Sammy Guevara came out to the ring by himself, didn't have his manager with him, didn't have his wife with him, didn't have Anna Jay with him, by himself. They even had a shot of him standing next to the title, which is the shot you're looking at right now. And it's a good shot. But let's get into Jon Moxley and Sammy. How did the match go? Sammy's playing mind games to start things off. With Moxley's going to the outside of the ring now, sliding back in. We get the lockup finally. Mox with a side headlock takedown. Sammy tries to roll. He tries to get a cover. Moxley holds on tight, slams Moxley's hands. Sammy just getting his hands slammed into the mat. Now Moxley mounts him, now holding both hands. Sammy fights to his feet. Sammy dodges Moxley's attack, now stomps the shit out of him in the corner, hits a chop, even tries to choke him with his foot. Mox comes out of the corner, hits Sammy with a lariat, then he just drops him. He goes for the Paradigm Shift or the Death Ride or whatever you want to call it, but Sammy counters, botched the landing a little bit. Now they have a chop off. Sammy steps to him. I like Sammy's overhand chops, but his regular knife hand chops look really weak. Mox pretending to fall down from a chop. That was a funny spot. Mox now with big forearms, uppercut. Sammy sends Mox to the outside, and then Sammy with a suicide dive back outside. We get another running dive, tope something, spinning attack. I don't even know what the hell you call that thing. What does Excalibur always call that, Jay? I'm sure you know it. Tope, Pisa, Pasepa. Gilch, maybe you know it. He said it about 100 fucking times since Dynamite has started.
You mean the Tope Suicida?
There you go, the Tope Suicida. Like, where did this name come from? I never heard Michael Cole ever say Suicida. I still don't think WWE calls that. It's like a diving attack or diving spinning attack. They keep it pretty basic. Whatever, I'm probably getting too much into that. Oh, God. We get a double count now in the middle of the ring. Anna Jay comes down. Tay Mello comes down. with a low blow on Moxley. Before that, you saw a nice move from Sammy hitting the cutter off the springboard. Like a cat, has his reflexes, almost busts his ass, but he's able to maintain balance, finish the move. Low blow happens from Tay. Sammy goes for the fucking pin attempt, but we get a kick out. Moxley somehow comes back to life and gets pretty much copies Wheeler Yuta's seatbelt pin cover move almost. Does a nice pin attempt. Sammy kicks out. Now Sammy lands several hard shots, but Mox rocks Sammy. Now Sammy with a knee strike, the super kick. He goes for the GTH, but Moxley hits the Death Rider and just picks up the clean 1, 2, 3. And I say to that, boo! Boo! Punk-ass booking, and I agree with my co-host over here that Moxley must definitely be sucking off Tony Khan, or something is happening. Something is happening. This guy's just winning everything. He beats everybody. Oh, man. So he advances into the finals. I gave it a 3.5 because I thought it was actually a good match. I thought Sammy had a real chance, obviously, when the low blow happened. Here you see, some pictures of the match. Sammy launching Moxley into the steel steps. Big deal. Jay, what'd you see? What are you grading this? What did I miss anything?
I saw a top rope German suplex that just went wrong and Sammy landed awkwardly. That's what I saw. I saw biting.
Yeah, I caught that.
Scratching. Yeah. And you know what? That's not a wrestling match right there, okay? That's a barn fight. That's an indie fight. I don't like that shit, all right? And I don't like Moxley, and I don't like this match. This is bad booking. We all knew the outcome was going to be about 2-3 weeks ago. So let's not get real that Sammy even remotely had a chance. I didn't even appreciate Sammy coming out super late. Did anybody catch that? It must have took 20 minutes to get into the fucking ring, for God's sakes. He didn't want to fucking fight. Nobody wanted to be in that match. I can't believe this guy is still doing those shitty elbows. My God, it seems like that's the initiation for Blackpool. You must do the elbow strike no matter what submission or no matter what hold. It's horrible. I'm giving this a 0.5 star.
Damn. Gilch, did you catch the ending of this match?
I did.
How'd you appreciate the finish and the outcome?
Can't believe the belt's going to be on this fucking guy again, right? Because you can't put it on. Our assumption is that MJF's going to take it very soon, hopefully next Wednesday. Can you give Brian the title to take it off him almost immediately? Right? I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, I'm not happy.
Not happy. You rating it or you not rating it?
A 1 star.
1 star? I gave it a 3.5 because the match itself did tell a decent story. You had Sammy come out looking strong. He still had to have his little heel moment with the cheating and them coming in trying to, cost Mox the match. But I'm super disappointed with the outcome. I just feel like you want to make headlines, do something different, man. It's so This is the most predictable outcome, that Moxley just wins again. Because at this point, when is this guy gonna lose? Is he gonna lose? Imagine MJF. Let's say Moxley advances, he beats whoever wins later tonight, whether it be Chris Jericho or Bryan Danielson. Let's say Moxley advances and MJF comes out, and then Moxley just fucking shits on him too. Imagine that. Because what if Tony Khan's like, you know what, this guy's talking about Triple H, MJF's talking about how the other place is the best place to work at. He's probably thinking now, maybe this motherfucker has a side deal with Triple H so that the moment 2024 hits, he's going to WWE no matter what fucking happens here. So why am I going to let this guy win the title? You don't know if Tony Khan's actually thinking that or not, because this is real life shit. At the end of the day, MJF is not Tony Khan's brother. MJF is Tony Khan's employee. And he wasn't even his employee before he got signed. He was on timeout. And what was he doing during that timeout? I'll tell you what, he lives in New York. You know what's real close to New York? Connecticut. Where fucking Triple H lives. Where Vince McMahon lives. So I wouldn't be surprised if Mr. MJF has had a meeting with a few people from the WWE over the last couple of months that we haven't seen him. I wouldn't be surprised. And they probably told him, no, you're going to go back to AEW. You're going to go back to AEW. And you're going to talk us up. You're going to tell everybody Triple H is the greatest wrestler of all time. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised, man. I know I'm going off the fucking rails right now.
I to bring some sense back onto the rails, think about like every promo this kid's done in the last 2 years.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, because he's about to have the promo. Right. Go for it.
Right. What are they now? What's WWE now? TV, what is it?
They're supposed to be TV 14, although I recall seeing Steel, the younger one, on Smackdown recently.
With their sponsors and everyone that's involved, let's face it, they're never going back to TV again, right? We can agree on that?
I wouldn't say it's in the realm of impossibility, because the world is much more different now than it was 20 years ago.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Probably everyone that cuts a promo is going to be canceled. But I look at everything. I look at what this kid could be in a fucking TV 14 in WWE, and nothing. I mean, you might as well just let him talk and just like bleep out the whole promo from beginning to end. Like, I think this kid, he knows what's good with him. I think Tony Khan's going to pay him whatever he wants compared to what WWE will give him. I just can't see him over there. I can't see it.
I know, I can definitely see him over there, because by the time he becomes that famous, you get it? Like, right now, all this is working for him, because this is what's making him famous. Once he's famous, he'll be able to cut a promo without having to curse a lot, because he's going to be in the game for so many years now. He's going to have more experience. He's going to become better. And who's not to say that he's the one that sets WWE into a new attitude era? You need superstars to cause generational changes. The way Stone Cold came in, created the fucking attitude era, middle fingers, you never thought you'd see that on TV. Him beating up his boss, drinking beer on the job. These were unheard of. My man Stone Cold just came and did it. So who's not to say MJF might not be that next guy who comes over and does all these things that we think are impossible right now?
Just to touch on the one thing you said about with Tony Khan, actually, if Tony Khan makes him fight for the title, lose, I don't want to use the words I'm done, but
I wouldn't blame you.
I can't watch this with Moxley as champion. Like, I may need if not a breather, I might put it on like my old WWE status, like the last couple of years, where I fast. I mean, I watched for our reviews and everything, but before I joined the show, man, I was fast forwarding 95% of Raw and SmackDown.
I can't even blame you. You should still fast forward it, and you can catch it right here. It doesn't matter. That's the point of this show, for me to fill people in on what they fucking missed and what they. Honestly, sometimes there are segments we do skip on this show. We've had 100 episodes. We've had a couple of moments where Gilch was just like, skip, I'm good, no rating. Jay, 0 star, doesn't even want to talk about it. So we've had moments like that on this show, and we're going to continue to have moments like that, but this isn't one of them. We get a promo from MJF. He says he actually read Jon Moxley's book. He said it was a good read, especially when you talked about your childhood, that you were raised the same as all these people in Albany, New York. Poor, uneducated, white trash scumbags from the sticks, and you got bullied. You got bullied, didn't you? You got beat down and you got your bike stolen, and when that happens, you put up a front. You made a great character, and that's why these morons chant your name each and every week. But I don't buy it. Deep down, you're still that poor little boy. Now you're old enough to drown all your problems into alcohol like a worthless drunk. You beat the habit, I give you credit. Tell some guy in the crowd, shut your mouth, fat boy. You got sober, that takes guts. You slayed your demons, defeated your disease. MJF is much more dangerous than your disease. And things happen when people get in MJF's way. Mox, you should take that vacation you were planning. Skip Arthur Ashe. If I were you, I wouldn't want to be winning my title. And make no mistake about it, Albany, it is my title. The demon told you that you don't deserve this, you don't deserve that. The demon told you that it was going to take it all from you, your family, your career. But if you don't tread lightly, you will find out that I am that demon, and I am a demon you can't slay. Albany, let's get down to business. I know you can't understand that because you're all poor, and that's the end of his promo. He's going to go on to say one more thing, but real quick, Jay, what did you think of MJF's promo tonight before he stepped out of the ring?
saw conflict, and I saw a 5-star. 5-star in everything he said. He's right. Moxley's a loser. This is a makeup from the sleeper that we were all fucking watching in the opening of the match. Everybody was falling asleep. I can't believe those freaking morons over there were saying this is awesome. Albany, you must have lost your mind through alcohol yourself. Let's get into this though. It was perfect. It was well taken. It was delivered right. And I even like the setup to what he did, which I'm sure you're going to talk about in just a few seconds. So for me at this part, I'm going to give it a 5 right here.
Nice. All right, Gilch, what'd you see? I know you didn't miss the MJF promo. I know you ain't fast-forwarding MJF. If anything, you're slowing it down to catch a peek of his glory.
Yeah, 5-star on the promo. I mean, what else? I mean, what else can we say?
He's a 5-star fucking promo machine. That's what we can say.
He's box office must-watch. With the mic in his hand right now, I don't think there's anyone else.
It's funny that he has the Miz's nickname right now. He's the one that's must-see entertainment right now on all of television. He's the best character on all TV right now. Any TV show you can pull up, She-Hulk, House of Dragon, whatever the fuck you're watching right now, MJF is the best character on a TV show right now. The motherfucker should be winning fucking Oscars and fucking Emmys.
He could be a Targaryen dragon rider for any of those fucking dragons on the show.
You know what I wonder? Do you think WWE ever approached the Emmys to say, hey, why isn't there a category for sports entertainment?
No, thank you.
So you don't want to see Roman Reigns at the Emmys?
No.
Real quick, off subject, did you guys catch Roman Reigns on Impulsive?
No.
Not bad. Might be worth a watch, Gilch. Might be worth a watch. Not bad.
I just want to quickly touch on what Jay said about the crowd chant. This is awesome. I was watching the match, and I was kind of fading as I was watching it, scrolling through some wrestlers' Instagrams, and then I heard the chant, "This is awesome," and I said, "Did I miss something?" So I rewound the match like 5 or 6 minutes just to see it. I was like, nope, I didn't miss anything, just making sure.
Listen, it wasn't awesome. It would have been awesome if Sammy could have pulled off the victory. I bet you guys wouldn't be having this like feeling on the match if Sammy came out on top. I
still felt the same.
I don't think so.
The match.
The Spanish
God.
God.
3-star because he won.
I would have. I would have gave it a 4-star if you would have won. Because it's Sammy and it's a big.
I'm done talking about this.
It's a big win. I'm just saying, if Sammy did pull off the win, it would be a big win in his career. It would probably be the biggest win in his career at this point because nobody's even beat Moxley like clean in the ring. My man's running around like a Hulk Hogan right now. Shit's fucking unbelievable. It's out of control. The question is, what you gonna do, brother? And I'll tell you what MJF's gonna do, brother. He's gonna create a new stable led by his best friend, Stokely. More talent in his pinky than all your worthless pieces of shit have combined. And their name is, and I like it, it's a good movie, you should watch it, The Firm.
Something different. Different
The
name. I like
Firm. These guys are all like pretty much independent contractors for the most part, except for the ass boys. You know, he goes on to say, I know it's not Sunday, but you're all about to hear some gospel. MJF wanted to quit AEW, and I told him if you quit, you give everyone what they want. It's time for you to get what you want. Everyone in this ring is in retainer, and we'll be here when MJF needs us. I'm not a publicist, I'm not a manager, and I sure ain't a shit no assistant. Who am I? I am the person who has friends, who has contacts. I have the network and the connections to make anything happen. You all wish you had friends like me, or a friend like me. He goes on to say about a saying, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. There is nothing like good old black male. That's what turns me on. Let's talk about what everyone wants. Morrissey, you want to do whatever you want. We appreciate you, and we love you. Here's a screenshot of him actually hugging Big Cass over here. John Morrissey looks very uncomfortable with the hug. Stokely yelling at him, I love you, I love you. He says the guns, I think the fans start chanting, assholes. Lee Moriarty, he says it's time for this young man to become a star and bring some honor back to the Ring of Honor Pure Championship. He says the guns are not boys, they are men, and they are no longer going to walk in the shadow of their broke-ass daddy. They want to be AEW Tag Team Champs. I know you don't take them serious, but you will. Ethan Page, my main man, he wants to win the All-Atlantic Championship. We are the firm, and when we are around, you have two options. Run with us or run from us. Jay, what did you think of this big-time promo?
Flat for me because I can't believe Lee Moriarty, pure champion. I get what they're doing, but I thought Stokely came a little flat when he introduced everybody, even especially Morrissey. I wasn't feeling it. It picked up for me personally because I truly hate this guy having the belt. It truly picked up for me Ethan Page. He should be Mr. All-Atlantic. We need to take it off a guy that only fights Tuesday nights, all right? Not these special guests once every other week Dynamite. So let's get the belt off of Pac. Let's give it to Ethan Page. That's the only thing I like here. So I'm going to go with it, too, because it was fair. It's not bad, but I just can't. I don't know. Lee Moriarty dancing in the ring and acting goofy, and I don't know, man. The name is good. Reminds me of the Firm album, Nas, Foxy Brown, AZ. Reminds me of the movie, Tom Cruise. So I like the name. Let's see what they do with the design. But overall, it's just a 2 for me. I don't know. It was just a little flat in the beginning. And taking the Ass Boys and Lee Moriarty, I can't take them serious right now.
Well, it's hard to follow up on MJF. So, you have MJF cut this promo, and then you got to come up and keep up with him. I thought Stokely did a good job when he was talking solo, but as soon as he started talking about, John Morrissey and everybody else, it just started getting a little weird. And it was weird when he was even hugging him. That's when it fell flat for me. Like, when he went to hug John Morrissey, I was like, what are we watching right now? What is this? This is fucking weird. Gilch, did you catch this segment?
Yeah, I had a lot of expectations for it, and it was a little flat. I do love the firm. I like everything behind it. I think, like I said, in maybe 6 months' time, maybe even a little less, I think there's going to be a lot of gold in this group. A lot of gold. I think they're going to push the Ass Boys hard.
Yes. The Ass Boys are going to take the titles off the Acclaimed.
The Acclaimed, yeah, I think so too. It seems like they were pushing. What was it? So Moriarty, you said they were pushing for the not the All-Atlantic, right?
Pure.
The Ring of Honor Pure Championship. So that's Daniel Garcia, right?
Right. So I guess Ethan Page, they would push towards All-Atlantic.
Yeah.
And I think you have to build up Morrissey versus Woodlove for the TNT title. That's two.
That sounds great, but they are on track right now to have a lot of gold in 6 months' time, especially if MJF is your champion and this is his thing, and he's never going to lose a match because whenever he needs them, they will be there. He made that clear tonight. So MJF has an insurance policy over his next 2 years for his career, and they are called the Firm, and that is his insurance policy. You guys better be looking out for them. I'm sure there will be logos and merch coming very soon, and this should become a whole thing. I feel like if you're going to call yourselves the Firm, though, you should all be coming out looking GQ. Suits, pimped out, limos. You see lawyers dressed like that? You see lawyers coming to the courtroom with no shirt on? Or white wife beaters on? No, you don't.
Funny thing is the Ass Boys are actually big time into fashion too. They're always at fashion events in New York and I'm watching their Instagram. So they can dress, bro, if they want.
Oh, I'm sure, but I'm saying, when you have a name like the Firm, I immediately associate that with lawyers, right? The Firm.
Yeah.
The Firm. We're not fucking around. We take people to court and we fuck them. We fuck them good. We're the Firm.
Everyone, what's his name? Ethan Page looks good, as usual. They should put everyone else in suits and then dress up like Morrissey as a scary guy.
They don't have to necessarily all have suits, but they should definitely all be flashy, though. I would see, Morrissey should be coming out with a pimp jacket on, bro. This guy just might as well start dressing like the Godfather at this point. I can bring out the whole train. Yo, they should bring back the whole train, bro. They could do it. They can call it something else, man. I don't know. Is the whole train a copyright infringement, though? Probably, right? I don't think you can say the whole train. Who cares? Who cares? Let's move on. The whole train, baby. There's the hug. And it's over. Now let's check out some stats. Jungle Boy Jack Perry has a clean record in AEW. And apparently tonight he's going to have a match with Jay Lethal. It was a video package set up earlier today. Basically, Jungle Boy throwing the open challenge. Jay Lethal accepts, says, don't expect to get back into the swing of things. Sanjay Dutt says, you stupid boy, you stupid boy, you stupid boy, you stupid boy. This best friend is a man. My best friend is a man. We're going to have a match now, Jungle Boy versus Jay Lethal. Here's a look at Jay Lethal's stats. He's got an impressive record, 20-7. He's 7-1 in his past 8 matches. You know, Jay Lethal's been killing it on TV. And Jay Lethal, in the wrestling business, we have a term called doing the job. And tonight, Jay Lethal did just that. He did the job, and he actually made Jungle Boy look good. Jungle Boy versus Jay Lethal. Of course, Santam Singh, Sanjay Dutt are outside ringside. Jungle Boy, Jay trading shots to open the match. Jungle Boy with his chop. Then he does the springboard. Jay counters for a hip toss, countered by Jungle Boy. Now hits his springboard arm drag into the super kick. Jungle Boy counters the figure 4 attempt into the inside cradle. Lots of pin attempts. Lethal going for the figure 4 again. Jungle Boy sends Lethal to the outside. Now hits the ropes hard, going for nothing. Because all 7-4 Santam Singh is just standing in front of Lethal, not letting him get hurt. Now Jungle Boy goes to the corner to try to outsmart them, but then Jay Lethal is able to go right after Jungle Boy because Sanjay Dutt was there. The referee was distracted. Jay Lethal ends up catching the nice backbreaker off the ropes to send us the break. We now see Lethal continue to work on the injured back of Jungle Boy. His back's all taped up. Both men now trading shots on their knees. Chops, forearms, now they're rising up. Jungle Boy goes for the suplex, but his lower back gives out on him. Now Lethal takes advantage, goes for the lethal injection, and we get a counter from Jungle Boy, hits the lariat, then he hits the brainbuster, covering a kick out. Jay then hits the lethal combination, which is like the backbreaker facebuster. Sorry, lethal combination. And now Jay with the tope. Here I said it correctly. The tope suicida. Jay rolls Jungle Boy into the ring. He goes to the top rope, hits the elbow drop, and Jungle Boy kicks out of that too. I kind of thought it was over right there maybe. Jack Perry, Jungle Boy, now somehow applies the snare trap submission. Dutt on the apron. Jungle Boy has to attack him. Now Jay goes for the figure 4. Jungle Boy counters with the drop toe hold and now applies the snare trap again, and Jay Lethal has to tap out. This was a 4-star match, boys. I don't know if you didn't see it, Jay. I know you hate on Jungle Boy. You hate on Jack Perry. But tonight, Jack Perry came to wrestle, baby. I liked this match. I had fun with this match. I thought Jay Lethal did an incredible job making this kid look good. So, Jay Lethal killed it tonight. I love Jay Lethal. I want more of Jay Lethal. I hope he gets in the world title picture one day. Jay, what did you see in this? Big time win for Jungle Boy, baby. Big time win for Jungle Boy on the right track again. He is getting back in this swing of things. Jay, I can't hear you, Jay. You're muted. We can't hear Jay. He's muted.
I don't even want to talk because this is so bad. But all right.
That's so disappointing to hear.
This guy here is telling all these lies.
What lie did he tell?
He thinks he saw a 4-star match, and now Jungle Boy has the momentum once again to be on top. Let me tell you something, man.
He's a pillar, baby.
You ever saw David Copperfield, man?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's awesome.
Does magic, man.
Yeah,
That's
magic. I love it.
And this is what Jungle Boy is doing to everybody. He's trying to fool us, trying to blind us, thinking that he's a great wrestler and he knows what he's doing in there. Now, let's be real. You said it yourself. Lethal was making him look good. What did Jungle Boy really do great tonight? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it for a second. What did he do? He did an arm drag followed by a drop kick. Is that a good move?
No.
Was that the most impressive thing? I don't know if that was the most. How about this? Jungle Boy hit a flying elbow strike right in the back of the head of Jay Lethal. Yeah. Was that impressive?
Nah.
I don't know. How about this? How about a sheer brain buster? I mean, I could keep going on and on of nothing impressive I saw of Jungle Boy. But you're right, Savage. Lethal did try to make it look good. How about that nice Russian leg sweep off the ropes that Jay Lethal did? That was a great spot. You didn't mention that.
It was a hell of a match, man.
I'm not going to say it's a hell of a match. I'm sorry, I can't take a big doofus clown out there, and Sanjay Dutt's just ruining the whole match. So for me, I'm gonna go at it too because you are right.
That's low. That's low.
Lethal did.
They told a good story though. At least I thought they told a good story in the ring.
This guy.
It's rare to see.
This guy cannot take the brass ring. The opportunity's been given to him for the last 2 months, and he keeps dropping it. And tonight, it's just another prime example. What the hell are you looking at the ramp when you're coming out? You acting like Luchasaurus is gonna come out. And where the hell is Luchasaurus? You know what this guy is? He is in limbo. He's stuck, and we don't know what to do with him. 2.
I wouldn't give it a 2. I mean, I get where you're coming from. I just like the story being told. For the first time in a long time, I thought Jungle Boy was used appropriately and paired up with someone that can go with him, can keep up with him, can have a match with him. So I think for the first time in a long time, I actually got to see Jungle Boy the wrestler and not Jungle Boy the trash can who's cutting shitty promos and working, shitty fucking storylines where he's just getting beat up in 1 minute or getting power bombed by Luchasaurus. It was nice to see him just back in his original form before we started shitting on him. That's all I'm going to say about that. We can move on now, man. We can move on. It looks like Gilch has moved on. He's done. There's the snare trap. Shout out to Gilch, though. He'll be back, maybe. We have Jungle Boy here with the snare trap on Jay Lethal connected. This is when Jay Lethal tapped out. And that's the other thing. It ended in a tap out. Jay Lethal also had his 2 guys out there. So, like, to get a tap out, it's like...
This guy tapped out.
I know. It's crazy. But it's like... It's a really good look when you get a tap out victory on someone like Jay Lethal. That's all I'm going to say. Like, it's impressive. It's super fucking impressive.
It's not impressive for a guy that drinks alcohol in the back of every show in AEW, okay? Jungle Boy is not a good wrestler. He makes you want to think he's good. And when we gave him the brass ring and we said, here, all of our wrestlers are injured. Take the ball. Go with it. And it didn't happen.
I had fun with it. Gilch, did you catch this match between Jungle Boy and Jay Lethal?
Some of it.
What did you think from the little bit you saw? Or it wasn't enough for you? You had to turn away? It wasn't good? You didn't have fun with it?
It was enough.
Jay's on point with the lack of star power, the injuries. It's a good chance for the kid to step up over the list. When he was wrestling, I don't see it.
So because of his shitty performance over the last month and a half, it's just hard for you to even give the kid a fucking chance to have a match. Well, I'm sorry to say,
he didn't do nothing good.
I feel like you both are just using his shittiness over the past 2 months.
He did not do nothing good.
I liked the match, and I think a lot of other people liked it too.
Your review gave Jay Lethal more credit than Jungle Boy, and you're here now defending him. Look at you.
I'm not defending anything. I'm telling the truth. The truth is Jungle Boy looked good tonight. Was it because of Jay Lethal? Of course it was.
Good.
But that's the point.
Did not look good.
That's the point. All I'm going to say is this. These 2 guys are good dance partners, and I look forward to seeing it again. I'll say it.
The only dance partner he should have is Luchasaurus.
Well, we'll find out more about that later on. We're going to get a behind-the-scenes look at the training of Hook and Action Bronson. You're looking at New York City right here, and next week, you better be ready, says Hook. Hook actually talked. What did you guys think? Gilch, I'll go to you first. I'm sure you didn't skip this.
Yeah, I didn't skip it. Wasn't much there, but
no, not. But it's a little. You get a little peek into their life.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay.
Eh.
All right, Jay. Are you excited to see this match at Grand Slam Friday night? Supposedly.
Friday. It's like mixed feelings because I know it's the main event, but I gotta go through crap matches to get it. So it's like, I'm stuck, man.
This is the main event of Rampage?
It has to be, right? He's a fucking celebrity, for God's sakes.
I'm surprised it's not on Dynamite.
But why would you open the match with that? You wouldn't open with that on Rampage, right? I don't know.
It depends who else is on Rampage that night. But yeah, you're not wrong. He is a celebrity. Real quick, now we're going to get into an interview with maybe the new future of AEW. This guy could become the fastest rising star, kind of like the pizza in his hands that likes to rise in the oven. We have an interview with pizza maker Luigi Primo. How excited were you to see this interview? Deal trouble with you. He's a New Yorker. He makes pizza. Were you excited to see this guy?
No, it was offensive.
Offensive. Well, this interview came to an end very quickly. Luigi did make his AEW debut, but it lasted for about 6 seconds, maybe 5, and you can thank Ethan Page for that. Dan Hausen comes out after Ethan Page slaps Luigi, and he says, I'm doing what no one is doing, taking this job serious. And then, if you're taking the job serious, and now we're announcing a match for Ethan Page versus Dan Hausen. See, I have a problem with this. You just came out, you're supposedly part of the firm, but you're talking about going after Pac for the All-Atlantic Championship, but then the first thing you do is fight this clown? I don't know. What did you guys see? Whoever wants to take first on it. Jay, you can go.
Didn't make much of it.
Gilch, anything for you? Anything for you?
No, not really.
I think it made Ethan Page look a little stupid, like, you know, going and challenging Danhausen after you just had like a big moment with MJF and Stokely.
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. I mean, I don't have like no use for Dan personally.
No, not at all. At least he's better than Luigi the Pizza Maker. But
like
for
I said,
how long?
I don't mind if you want to make him like your comedy guy and this and that, but enough with the fucking we're pro wrestling. We're not sports entertainment. Yeah, come on, because that's all this guy is. He's not a wrestler. Let's face it.
Yeah, and I agree with you. They're going to tell us that Darby Allin was in the Nitro Circus. I actually saw ads for this. They were trying to sell me tickets for $38 for an event in Brooklyn. And the Nitro Circus, they do extreme biking, skateboarding. They show us clips of Darby Allin basically busting his ass one time, not even making it over the ramp, crashing into the thing. And then on the second attempt, I don't even know if it was the second attempt. It's the second one they showed. He does his little backflip on his little trike or whatever. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Whoop-de-fucking-do. I don't think anybody even gives a shit. But I did give a shit about this next part. We got a promo from Matt Hardy, who said he is back. And he wants to make a splash. And he wants to get back in the mix of things. He wants to be back on top, I think. And he's going to fight. He's going to challenge Darby Allin. We're going to see a match between Darby Allin and Matt Hardy on Rampage. Do we have any predictions on this one, Gilch? Who are you picking on that one, if you had to pick one?
Darby.
Okay.
No. Because it seems like they're building this up, so I would bet the house that Matt wins in like a dusty finish or something shady.
Okay, and I could see this going to turn into a Matty Complex situation with, they're going to do it again, Sting and Darby versus Matt and Jeff, because he brought up Jeff's name tonight a few times. Jay, you got anything to say about this?
I just want to say one thing to Tony Khan. I hope you're listening. I can't believe, how dare you, sir, to risk Matt Hardy's life on the line, no matter what type of match this guy had. You almost killed Jeff Hardy in front of me and Savage eyes, because we were in the arena at UBS. We were there. We saw this guy almost paralyzed. He couldn't even walk. And we saw him in the corner for the last 15 minutes. And now we're going to see the same thing. How dare you, sir? You are an evil man. Fucking bitch. All right, go.
Do you have a prediction?
I'm just praying for Matt Hardy to survive. That's all I'm praying for.
It's still real to you, Dick. It's still real to you.
It's real.
It's real.
Man.
It's real.
For God's sakes, we got no stars, so now we're going to risk 50-year-old guys in the ring, putting their bodies.
You know what's real? What's real is how bad Hobbs just destroyed Mark DiMartino. Hobbs with another squash match. Again, I don't get the point of him having a squash match. It's not like he just showed up to AEW. He's been in AEW for a long time. He's capable of putting on sick matches. Put a big boy in there with him. Why not have a match tonight with John Morrissey? Put Morrissey in there.
You can't do this whole, Monster Goldberg squash type matches with two guys. You know what I'm saying? You want to, you want to give me, Wardlow as your Goldberg comes out, squashes everyone. All right, whatever. It's that you can't do the same exact thing with two guys where they just come out and squash a nobody every week.
Well, I guess as long as they're not both on the show at the same time, they think it's okay, obviously. Hobbs with a big splash in the corner, now the huge spine buster, and this shit is over. Hobbs then goes on to grab a microphone, begins to talk a little bit. Fans chanting, "We want Ricky." He goes on to say, "I defeated Ricky Starks. Don't get me wrong, Ricky's tough. I spent 21 months with Ricky in the trenches, grinding, but all out, it only took 4 minutes and 35 seconds to beat him. But who's counting? Now that chapter is closed on Ricky Starks, and it's time to open a new chapter in the book of Hobbs." I did like that line. He says, "It starts tonight." All of a sudden now we see Ricky Starks coming down the arena. He's walking down the stairs. He's got his glasses on, walking down. He takes off his glasses, hands it to the security guard, gets in the ring. They have a little fight. Ricky ends up bashing Hobbs in the head with a microphone. Taz saying that he busted his lip open, but to me it looked like his lip was busted after the match. I don't think Ricky busted it. I think it was already busted open when he was talking on the mic. But Jay, I'll go to you first. What did you see in this?
But I just want to touch on it. I want to say that in All Out, I picked Hobbs to beat Starks. And now I want to go on record saying I think they made a mistake. And I think this proved it. And I think the promo proved it for itself. He can't cut a promo on the fly. Let's face facts. I heard this. It was repetitive. And the 4-minute 35-second wasn't doing it for me because I heard that already on Rampage. So, he can't cut a promo on the fly. It's a squash match. We know how we feel about that. And you talk about you can't, this monsters and all that, like Gilp said. It's really bad. And who came out to save it? Ricky fucking Starks. Superstar. But I think we should have went that way. And I think Hobbs is he's losing momentum for me. It's not gone, but little by little.
Yeah, you're right. That's what it is. He's losing momentum, like fast.
Yeah, it's really just going down.
Would you rate this whole match?
No, I won't because it's a squash. So
I didn't
appreciate that either. I think the only thing got going is just the entrance, but like I said, the promo you can't cut it on the fly. Not gonna work for me. Yeah, especially when I hear this before.
Here's the thing: if you're gonna do a squash match, at least let him squash someone that it makes him look credible.
You know what?
You know what I mean? Like, bring out a wrestler that isn't complete trash. It's somebody like, he can't beat Hobbs, but maybe.
I'm gonna tell you this: when I heard that Book of Hobbs line, you know who I thought about right away? Mark Henry. Hall of Pain. I thought about the same gimmick. I was like, wow, that just sounds so similar. We'll just switch it this way. So I thought about that, So I was just like, this is just not, it's just not original.
I feel you, man.
Felt like I heard it before.
Well, I think it could have been done better, like a lot of things, but what are you going to do? Unfortunately, we have to move on now. Lucha Bros versus Swerve in Our Glory is going to be coming up next. They showed a video package from Lucha Bros from earlier in the day with Pac. 2/3 of the Trios champions are going to be competing tonight against Swerve and Keith Lee. The match is going to start off. It is what it is. It wasn't a bad match. Penta and Swerve start this off quickly, but Penta and Ray all of a sudden come in the ring. They start double teaming. They're hitting Swerve with a double team splash. Now Ray and Swerve having a nice sequence, hopping off the ropes, leading to a springboard Hurricane Rana from Swerve to Ray. Now a tag to Keith Lee, who is inside the ring abusing Ray Phoenix. Huge size difference here. Penta now in, working on the leg of Lee, giving him shots in the corner. Tag to Ray, who continues to work on the leg. It looked like a fly was trying to attack a rhino. And it looked really bad when Ray Phoenix was grabbing Lee from behind and kind of like dragging him away from Swerve. That was just like, I couldn't even believe I was watching that. Like, what are you guys doing right now? This looks so bad. Moments later, Swerve now in the ring as we go to break. Back, Swerve talking crap to Penta. Ray takes control with Penta, who hits the sling blade on Keith Lee. Penta holds Swerve as Ray super kicks him. Ray attacks Lee to the outside, but Keith just catches him and launches him. Swerve with a big right hand to Penta. We get a tag to Keith Lee. Keith Lee catches a diving Ray again. Now a backbreaker. Now looking for the swerve stomp. Penta makes the save. Super kick to Keith Lee. Now Ray with the Spanish fly off the springboard from the top rope looked amazing. Penta with the destroyer on Keith Lee, which was probably the move of the night. That shit stole the show. It was just crazy to just see that shit. Keith Lee in a few moments would hit the super big man. I don't know what you call this thing. It's like a Superman, big man, fucking slam, power slam. Just ended Penta, picking up the 1-2-3 and still your AEW Tag Team Champions. Swerve in our glory. Let's go into the rating for the match, Jay. What'd you think about the match?
Slow pace. I mean, let's face it, when Keith Lee's out there, he's moving like a turtle. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's a weight problem or whatnot, or you're just not in good stamina or shape. I just don't know what it is. Everything he does, every moveset is just too slow for me.
You talking about who are you talking about? Keith Lee?
Yeah, Keith Lee. And let's face facts. Swerve and Argori, they fucking suck. I mean, the crowd was not into it. They're booing the shit out of them. They got no personality. They got no charisma. I can't take a guy serious when he talks all intelligent, like I'm the smartest man in the room or whatnot. How embarrassing a media scrum. They ask your boss right in front of you, hey, how do you feel? Why you feel it was right to not pull the trigger on the Acclaim? I would feel totally embarrassed that they even asked my boss that, and I'm right there holding the belts. These guys are a joke. I didn't see nothing impressive. I'm sorry. Swerve wasn't impressive, and I know you're not too high on your Swerve on yourself. So what was impressive was that Canadian Destroyer. But I'm going to just step it up a notch and say, hey, Keith Lee has taken many Canadian Destroyers in NXT with Adam Cole. So it's nothing new to me. I know he could do this type of stuff, even in Reverse Frankensteiner. But it was nothing impressive with this match. But I must say, even though the Lucha Brothers really did suck today, they're better without Pac. I'd rather watch them two instead of the three of them. So I was a little intrigued with the little moveset and the cutter and whatnot. So I'm going to go 1.5.
Okay. That's pretty low. Gilch, what did you see?
There was some good. I mean, there was good. There was a bunch of good in that match, but I'm also not into this Death Triangle thing. Like you said, Pac on his own is good. Lucha Brothers on their own, and we've seen some of the bangers they put on, whether it be with the Bucks or who it is. So, again, I just think this is another example, and again, an example why they added these trio titles of getting guys on TV because you don't have enough TV time. You don't have enough TV time to put Pac on and then put the Lucha Brothers. So what do we do? Throw them together and put, again with these trios titles. I don't like it.
Listen, I can't blame you. I get it. I love Pac. I think he would be excellent on his own. But I also, I don't hate on Death Triangle. I just wish they were booked better, because why even have the Lucha Bros come out right now to lose to Swerve in Our Glory? Was this match even necessary for the titles, considering they have a match next week against the Acclaimed? I'd rather see Pac compete in a match, against anybody, and then have Orange Cassidy come out, do what he did. We'll talk about that later, and it's actually going to be pretty soon that we're going to be talking about that anyway. But it is what it is. It is what it is, man. But before this all even happens with the Orange Cassidy, which we're going to get into, the Acclaimed come out. We see the Acclaimed, Anthony Bowens, Max Caster, Daddy Ass. Max says, Swerve, if you ever interrupt my rap again, I'm going to kick your ass. Keep nut-hugging celebrities, Swerve. Roll your boy Keith Lee to New York City, to Arthur Ashe. Anthony Bowen says, we're going to beat your Jake and Drake looking asses all over that city. Scissor me, daddy! This was good. It was whatever. No, I didn't expect much from this, but, You guys have any comments on this? Are you rating this? Do you give a shit? Of course we give a shit, but...
We should give a shit. And you know what? Like I said, I'm not a fan of this team yet. And I say yet. But we should give a shit. I think, to be honest with you, this is gonna steal the show for the second time next week. I feel
Oh
like
yeah,
this match
I
will
called
do it.
that. I've been calling that.
1000%.
You're going to hear a bigger reaction for the Acclaimed than you will for MJF winning the World Championship. And the reason why, I'm telling you, Gilch, the reason why...
Listen, I hear you. I just think MJF's pop is going to be bigger, but I think that pop... I'll put it this way. These are going to be two of the biggest pops you've heard in AEW in general.
Absolutely, but I think that these guys are going to steal all the fucking energy right out the fucking room. And by the time the MJF things happen, these guys are going to be tired. Don't forget, this is after 10 o'clock. People are tired by then. People are getting ready to go to the parking lot. Half these people are there with their kids praying for this shit to end. I won't be tired. I'll be fucking hyped. Anyway, we'll make it loud. But it's hard for me to tell you how I'm going to feel at each individual moment. I mean, I haven't met MJF yet, but I've met Max Caster. I'm going to meet him again on Saturday.
I met MJF's mom.
I did meet MJF's mom and dad. You are right about that.
She almost ran me over.
I guess we're going to have to wait till next Wednesday to see how it's going to be and what it's going to be like. Either way, I'm sure it's going to be excellent to be there live and witness it live. Swerve in Our Glory, they're Acclaimed next Wednesday. AEW World Tag Team Championship match at Grand Slam. Be there or be square. Now we're going to get an interview with Pac. The announcer says something Pac didn't like, says, what did you say? And then before anything else can happen, we see Orange Cassidy come out of nowhere with a super orange punch. Knocks out Pac with one shot.
Let's talk about the copyright infringement.
And Pac just says, double champion, huh? Not for
Let's
long.
talk about the copyright. Let's
What
talk
copyright?
about the copyright infringement. What copyright? What do you mean? Are you kidding me right now?
But the Superman
He
punch?
just stole someone's line that we just covered in episode 99. If you forgot what episode 99 that was last night on the greatest show, NXT 2.0. He stole a wrestler's line. Mandy Rose put some damn respect on my name. Are you kidding me right now, Savage? I did not appreciate that line. That
All right,
Pac
listen.
did. It doesn't mean he's not original.
Pac doesn't even watch NXT. He's not watching NXT. He's not watching NXT. You just have to find a way to bring up NXT. You're a fucking asshole. You're an asshole.
All these AEW dark motherfuckers. You want to defend all these AEW dark wrestlers? You go ahead, but I'm not.
He's an All-Atlantic champion. He's a cruiserweight fucking legend, and he's one of the greatest wrestlers to ever lace up a pair of fucking boots.
He can't cut a promo on the fly.
He can.
Another one.
Yeah, he
Put
can.
him on the list.
That guy's ready to be the Lord of the Rings right now. He's ready to star in a movie in Hollywood tomorrow. He'll fucking read any line off any script.
Wait a minute.
King Neville. Hail King Neville. What is it, Gilch? What's up?
For a second, I wasn't sure who we were talking about, and you said King Neville at the end.
King Neville. Oh, hail King Neville. Cleanest fucking wrestler in the world today. Shut your ass up, Jay.
Let's not forget he's a booze drinker, too.
Good for him, man. He knows how to have a fucking beer after work. Let him. All right, we're going to get a promo from Tony Storm and Athena. Whoop-de-fucking dude. Does anybody even give a fuck? I've had an apple a day to keep away the DMD. Britt, oh my God. Britt, you're useless.
Horrible.
You're so useless. You have to be a dentist on the weekend. All right, so she's useless because she's making more money than you, you stupid fuck. You idiot. We're going to enjoy this, but you two, not so much. Shit promo. I thought it was complete shit.
Exactly, and that's why everybody should pay attention to what happens next.
He goes for the hip attack, and Serena saves Britt Baker. Tony with a suicide dive. Now Britt hits the sling blade on Tony. Moments later, it's not Serena. It is Serena and Athena in the ring. Serena continues the abuse on Athena, going for an armbar. Athena showing great strength, lifting Serena up in the air for a powerbomb, it looks like, but Serena rolls through. Now Athena lands the double knees. Tony with a flying crossbody. Serena counters into a half crab. Britt with a kick to Tony's face. Athena sent hard into the steel steps from Britt Baker. Serena in the ring with Tony Storm. The ref is distracted. Serena sends Tony face first into the steel chair that Britt Baker was holding up. Great heel win. Athena's pissed off. She's now beating on Serena and Britt until Britt catches the super kick on Athena, and now the curb stomp sold well by Athena. Jamie Hayter kick on Athena, and now the curb stomp sold well by Athena. Jamie Hayter comes down to the ring, hits Tony Storm with a chair. Britt says, "I told you, I'm sorry." Jay, what'd you see? What are you rating it?
Cover the whole thing from the promo to this match. It's going to be real fast, I promise.
Go.
All right. Everybody saw the promo before the match. This is why Tony Khan, a fucking fanboy, just pulled the trigger on the wrong person. That promo was the worst I ever heard. I think it could be, well, it's second to Thunder Rosa because she's still number one cutting the worst promos. Now to the match. What was impressive in the match? Britt fucking Baker. That was the only thing impressive in this match. I don't like Serena D. And you know what I don't appreciate about Athena? If they're working on your left knee and it's doing it from picture to picture and they're still working on your left knee for another 5-10 minutes, you have to sell it, honey. You can't just pop up, get a hot tag, come in and hit her strikes and forearms on Britt and hit her kicks. I thought your knee hurt, but now you're doing kicks to guts on Baker? I mean, makes no sense to me. So this match was just entirely wrong. Athena's really, really bad. Let's face it. And overall, I think the most impressive thing was just the Baker and Hayter storyline. I was more intrigued with that. But overall, we knew what was going to happen. They got the win. You know, what it is what it is. I'm going to just go 1 star here. But, you know, that's just how I feel. You know, we gave Tony Storm the belt. And I know you haven't covered it yet, but maybe I just want to get a head start. But I feel like this fucking fanboy, Tony Khan, did something right tonight. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Well, we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later.
And he pulled the trigger on just because of this promo and this match. And I think it just showed that Tony Storm is not unique. And her tornado DDTs, I'm fucking sick and tired of seeing it.
I agree. What are you rating the match? 1 star, right? Gilch, what did you see?
1 star for the only star in the ring. I mean, I'm starting to feel bad for Britt Baker that she's got to try and make all these fucking women look halfway decent in the ring. Because it's bad. It's bad. At this point, just take the fucking women off TV. Leave them on dark. It's that bad. Tony Storm, I mean, I don't, no personality. She's not good on the mic. I don't like her in the ring. And I hated the end. The only thing I think that could have made for an interesting women's angle storyline over the next couple months was Jamie Hayter versus Britt Baker. And instead, what do? We thought they turned on each other, and then she's helping Britt. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on there anymore. I really don't.
At this point, I'd rather just see Jade Cargill just take the fucking women's championship. Let her have it for like 2 years so she can just beat up on all these women. Because at the end of the day, that roster's so shitty, it would make sense. That's why she's been undefeated for 2 years, because the roster sucks.
She's not ready yet, but it will make great storyline between her and Baker. I would love to watch it.
Oh my god. So you know what someone just sent me? Someone just sent me a link to purchase a calendar of Vicky Guerrero and Nyla Rose. Swimsuit calendar. Why would anybody in their right fucking minds want to pay $24.99 for a calendar of Vicky Guerrero and Nyla Rose? Is this real?
Send you the link. I don't even know why I sent you the link.
They're trolling me, that's why. They're fucking trolling me. My cousin's a fucking troll. I don't even know where he found this fucking thing. It's from some German website. Oh, my God. Anyway, the match was whatever. Britt Baker was the only star in the fucking thing, to be honest. Jamie Hayter's up and coming star. I'm sick of Tony Storm. I agree with Jay and I agree with Gilch. 1 star. 1 star. It is what it is. Real quick, we're going to get into some matches. Upcoming matches on Rampage and at Grand Slam that have been announced. Obviously, Matt Hardy and Darby Allin have been made official. We went over that earlier tonight. Samoa Joe versus Josh Woods. Samoa Joe fighting on Rampage yet again. Anybody have any interest in this match? Do we all agree that Joe's going to kill this guy?
I think Joe is done for me.
Oh, really? So Mark Sterling's going to have a champion in his stable?
No, I'm just saying he's done. I can't watch this guy no more.
Copy
he's
that.
Done. He's done.
But can you see Josh Woods beating Samoa Joe on a Rampage?
I hope.
Let me ask you guys this. Does anybody recall a title changing hands on Rampage? Gilch, do you ever recall a title ever changing hands on a Rampage?
that I can think of.
Right? I don't think it's ever happened.
You know what I think AEW needs to do to completely be considered,
Legit?
a clown car, and a 24/7 title, and we'll really just throw this thing over the edge.
Yo, you just made a great comparison, man. Like, Rampage is legit a clown car. That might be the best line I've ever fucking heard you ever say on this fucking show. That was fantastic, Gilch. That's a 5-star line right there.
All right.
5-star analogy from Gilch. Rampage is a clown show. What does that make AEW dark? Is that the homeless shelter? I don't know, man. The bums are out tonight, man. It was a full moon tonight, full yellow. More matches, though, real quick. We're going to go over the rest of the matches. You have Penelope Ford versus Willow Nightingale. Does anybody give a shit about this? I know I don't. I mean, Penelope Ford did look good. I do like Penelope Ford, but we know she's going to win. There's no way she's going to lose to Nightingale.
Yeah, but I don't think she's going to job on her. I think...
Well, no, Nightingale can go. I've seen her go.
I know Jay don't like it, but she's definitely going to get some of her offense in.
Jay hates this girl with a fucking passion. I wonder why.
Jesus.
I bet you she's better than fucking Quincy Elliott. Oh, Gilch, did you see Quincy Elliott wrestle last night? The Super Diva?
Is he he's the
big fat guy? Yeah, the big fat guy comes out with a scooter. He came out.
Video. How is this? How is this seemed like something that Triple H would immediately throw in the garbage.
Listen to this. So last night he comes out, basically has like the Viscera gimmick, and then he even fucking hit the Yokozuna Banzai drop. His finisher's the Banzai drop, bro. I felt disrespected as a hardcore WWF fan. Disrespected.
I would too. And
Jay loved it. He gave it a 5-star.
It could be 5-star.
Nah, no fucking way. Nah, I don't know what he gave it. Maybe a 2. It's trash. Ethan Page versus Dan Hausen Friday night. I'm sure Ethan Page is gonna fucking murder Dan Hausen. But hopefully, I'm hoping that it's at least like a 10-minute match. I'd like to see Dan Hausen actually wrestle for more than 2-3 minutes. I want to see if the kid can go.
I'm more excited to see Ethan Page in the ring than to see Danhausen. I would like to see it actually be a match, just only because I want to see more.
Just Ethan Page. Well, Ethan Page is a great worker. He's capable of having a fucking awesome match. I'd like to see it.
Super cool.
Earlier tonight, we find out that John Moxley was the winner against Sammy Guevara, so he moves on in the tournament. He's awaiting the winner of Chris Jericho versus Bryan Danielson, which is coming up in just a moment. We're also going to see at Grand Slam what Jay was talking about earlier. The Fatal 4-Way Championship, the interim. Here we go with the interim. The word interim is back. AEW Interim Women's World Championship. Toni Storm versus Serena Deeb versus Athena versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. And in my opinion, this should have been a Fatal 5-Way, and Jamie Hayter should have been up in this fucking match. If you're so fucking sorry, Britt Baker, why don't you pull out and let Jamie Hayter take your spot? Since you're so sorry, DMD. You're so sorry, right? Jack, go ahead. I know you wanted to talk about this match earlier, that you said Tony Khan made a good move for once.
Tony Khan once made a good move. Trying to make things right. So I appreciate this match because we all saw that Toni Storm cannot be women's champion.
This is going to open the show, I bet you.
I don't know.
Wouldn't be surprised. You think the Acclaim they're going to open the show? They're just going to do it right there, instantly? Woo! 8 o'clock.
That would be a way to really get the
crowd. Listen! They're going to go fucking crazy, bro.
Gotta wait and see next week, man.
My God. And we're also going to get on next week's Rampage, they tell us, okay? Which is on Friday night, guys. It won't be on Wednesday when we're there. We have to come back Friday to the Grand Slam. Right? Friday night Grand Slam. Action Bronson and Hook versus Daddy Magic Matt Menard and Cool Hand Angelo Parker. And I was disappointed that we didn't see Matt Menard and Angelo Parker tonight to kind of rebuttal this whole Hook and Bronson training fucking regimen. They should have had a video package of Parker and Cool Hand Parker and Menard training in like the gym or something, like some Rocky shit, like chasing chickens, Some crazy shit like that where they're getting ready for Hook and they're gonna, they're determined to beat him. I don't know. I love those guys now. They grew on me. The JAS. They definitely have.
You know me, I love them from the beginning.
We're going to see this match. That's probably going to be the last match of the night, like Jay mentioned, because it's a celebrity in there, so it'll probably be the main event of Rampage. Obviously, Bronson and Hook are definitely going over. There's no question about it. No question about it. And we're also going to get next Wednesday. Maybe this will open the night. Pac versus Orange Cassidy. Made official. For the AEW All-Atlantic World Championship. What do you think about this one, Gilch? Do you think this is going to be time for Orange Juice?
I do. Just the way AEW has been pushing this guy. Every time we put on TV, he's fighting again on TV. No dark for him. So I do actually. I think they're gonna give him the title. I think they're gonna give him the payoff.
How about you, Jay? Do you see Orange Cassidy winning his first major title in AEW next Wednesday night?
No.
Okay. I hate Tony Khan. So I think that the possibility of Orange Cassidy winning next week is 50-50 right now. And I don't know where it's going to go. I love Pac, and I want to see him hold that title for a while. Have some kind of real run. Hopefully get some memorable matches out of it. Some memorable title defenses. And I hope that's what we see next Wednesday night. A memorable title defense from a memorable champion in Pac. And I guess we're going to have to wait till next Wednesday to see all this shit. Now, we're going to get into the main event of the night. It's going to be the main event, semifinals for the Grand Slam World Championship. Chris Jericho versus Bryan Danielson 2, AEW. Daniel Garcia's watching in the back. They show us a little video clip of him just watching in the background. Bryan starts off the match with strong chops on Jericho. Now nonstop round kicks him, roundhouse kicks to the chest. Jericho, who looks in trouble early. Danielson with a running kick to the corner. Now Jericho, more chops. Just chop like it was a chop fest for this whole fucking 10 minutes. Chris fights back with his own fierce chops. Now we get Bryan with more chops again and more kicks in the corner. Irish whip, another running kick. They show Daniel Garcia watching in the back again, very worried. And I was getting worried too. I was like, oh, maybe he's going to interfere in this match. Bryan Danielson sends Jericho to the outside. Nice flying knee off the apron. Now he sends Chris into the ring post hard. He rolls him into the ring off the top rope with a nice shotgun drop, a missile drop kick. Danielson now off the top rope again with a diving headbutt. I did like that sequence. That he did the big drop kick off the top rope, then immediately went back to the top rope, hit that flying headbutt. That looked like vintage Bryan Danielson. Like, when he was young and just boom with it going hard. I loved it. Now we get a nice hammerlock with the nice knees to the midsection from Bryan Danielson. More kicks from Jericho, who now counters hits. Bryan Danielson with a nice German suplex. Nice springboard drop kick from Chris Jericho. Sends Bryan crashing to the outside. Now another springboard diving attack from Jericho to Danielson. Jericho was taunting the crowd at this point. Both men now exchanging chops harder and harder and much harder. They were really chopping the shit out of each other as this match went on. Jericho's chest was lit up fucking red. Bryan Danielson's chest was super fucking red. Jericho laid some real hard chops on him. Jericho yells at Bryan, more chops. Now Daniel with a flip off the turnbuckle. Both men hit the ropes hard. We get a double crossbody that sends us into break. Jericho was watching as Bryan Danielson is doing push-ups in the ring. Jericho with a nice kick to the face hits the lion salt, which he looked very good doing this lion salt. We get a cover and a kick out. This was all during the picture-in-picture. Jericho with more chops, Irish whip to Bryan. Jericho runs for the attack, goes hard into the ring post. Jericho did that really good. He sold that well. Bryan dodges the attack, and Jericho goes flying into the ring post. Back from break, now we see Bryan hitting the top rope. Jericho to his feet, trips up Danielson. Jericho now chops. Jericho hits him with a Hurricane Rana. Looked nice. Jericho goes for the Judas effect. Danielson dodges, hits the German suplex. This didn't look that good. The German suplex looked a little choppy, and his attempt for the Judas effect was pretty sloppy looking as well. Danielson with the reverse. We get an underhook submission. He was pressing down on the neck of Jericho, who begins to roll through. Bryan trying to maintain the grip by landing some hammer and anvil shots to Jericho. Now Jericho with his own shitty hammer and anvil shots that look really bad. Jericho looks like he's completely out of gas. Bryan Danielson with a huge chop. He looks pissed off. He's barely selling any of the shots that Jericho is giving him. Nasty chops. Bryan Danielson gets hit with a code breaker, and Danielson comes right back with a psycho knee. Both men now on the apron. Many more chops. Danielson goes for the suplex. Jericho counters, sends him crashing to the outside, and it looks like Bryan Danielson is absolutely done. It looks like he actually rolled the ankle. Does a great job of selling this. Jericho, like a shark, smells blood, completely starts working over Bryan Danielson. And real quick, I'm going to pause here. Gilch, did you think Bryan Danielson legitimately got hurt during this match?
I don't.
Jay, how about you?
Same.
Well, at that point, right, you're like, he's selling it, right? Great salesman. It was nice. It was nice. Jericho with a knee breaker. Now, after the nice chop block, Jericho smiling in full control of the match. He's smelling blood like a shark. Jericho goes for another knee breaker. Danielson fights back with elbows to the back of Jericho's head. Danielson hops forward, and Jericho dodges, and he plants on the Lion Tamer. He was holding the Lion Tamer for a long time. Now he's going for a figure four. Bryan able to count Jericho into a roll-up. Jericho with the dragon screw. Now going for the figure four again. He has it locked in. Bryan keeps lifting Jericho's leg to relieve the pressure. But now we see Danielson turn this into the lapel lock, even pulling on Jericho's nostrils. Will Jericho tap out? Yes. Jericho will tap out. Bryan Danielson will win this match. And we're going to move on to Grand Slam. Mox versus Bryan Danielson. Gilch, did you watch this whole match?
Yeah.
So I'm going to you first. What did you think of the match? What are you grading it?
Wasn't very impressed. I did think, the Jericho, the moonsault, a couple moves. He's been impressive at him. You think about his age, and he can still move.
It's 2022.
I know, man. It's wild.
That's all I gotta say.
When was that WWE Y2J? That was like 2000.
Oh man, nah. I think it was even 99, man.
Yeah, it might be right, like 2009. Overall, like I guess I was just more like disappointed that he won. I was already annoyed because Sammy lost, so now at this point it kind of made more sense, a better story for now they'll hook up the two Blackpool Combat Warriors, respect, and now they're fighting each other. So overall, I'll give the match a 2. Even maybe that's a little generous.
All right, Jay, what'd you see?
I saw a match, but I didn't see a wrestling match, right? Because there was so many chops and kicks and strikes and yes kicks that I couldn't even count. Some nice spots, like the moonsault off the ropes of Jericho. I thought Jericho looked a little crisp tonight. I thought he put some effort, especially when he does, his turnbuckle drop kick to the ring apron spot. I thought he put it really momentum in it. Maybe he feels comfortable. You could tell Bryan's leading the match. He was calling some spots. But come on, man. I said this from the beginning of this fucking show with Jon Moxley and his fucking shitty elbows, and now Bryan Danielson's doing the same shit on Jericho. Then Jericho's going to counter it and do it that. It's just a bad spot right there for me. I don't like this finish. I can't see two babyface going for the belt. Because let's face it, that's what Blackpool Combat Club is, baby faces. I can't watch two baby faces duke it out. I can't even believe Moxley. I can't believe Danielson's having this match with Moxley. I've still got Moxley. I don't know why. But hopefully, if Tony Khan is smart, this is a way to get Bryan out of this whole Blackpool Combat shit. So, I'll go at a 2 as well.
2? I'll give them a 3-star because I was entertained. I wanted to know the outcome. They had me by the storyline, so I'll give them a 3. It wasn't as good as their first match, but there were some good spots. Jericho did look crisp. You're on point about that. He looked incredible, considering that he debuted on WWF or WWE August 9th, 1999, when he received the Hero's Welcome when he interrupted The Rock on Raw during his first appearance. And then he even had an early appearance in 1996 when Jericho debuted for WCW on August 20th, 1996. Just to show you how long this guy's been in the game, bro. 1996, and He was actually wrestling way before that. He was wrestling in the early 90s, maybe late 80s even. He was wrestling. He was wrestling from 16 years old. So you do the math. It's over 30 years of professional wrestling. And Jericho's still looking good. He's in the ring with a ring general and Bryan Danielson, who can definitely lead a match. But I agree. It was a chop fest. It was a melee fest. It looked like two guys were just chopping the melee button in the wrestling game over and over again, just beating the shit out of each other. It would have been nice to just see a little more wrestling, like some more hip tosses, more arm drags, more snapmares. Give me a couple of more submissions, like a Boston Crab into, they could have did some chain wrestling. Whatever, man. It is what it is. I don't like the results either. I don't mind Bryan Danielson winning, but I would have liked it better if Sammy would have won. This Bryan Danielson match is so predictable, and it is probably to what you were saying, which is it's going to lead to breaking up Danielson and Jon Moxley together. So who's going to leave the Blackpool Combat Club? Both of them? Maybe both of them will. I don't know. We're going to see what's going to happen. It's going to be an interesting night. The main event is set. It's going to be Jon Moxley versus Bryan Danielson. Moxley comes out to congratulate Bryan Danielson, shakes his hand. We get the face-off. We get the match. And you see in the back, somebody managed to get CM Punk's name on AEW. Some guy with his USA jacket on has a sign that says CM Punk owns the Bucks.
Does.
I agree with that. But here's the main event next week, Grand Slam. Jon Moxley versus Bryan Danielson. I'm calling Bryan Danielson's going to win this. I feel like he has to win this to have that first chip on his shoulder. And the reason I'm saying that, as a booker, I just think there's way more potential for money in an MJF-Danielson feud than an MJF and Moxley feud. But the fact that he's only been working with Moxley so far, like you notice how he's been cutting promos with Moxley. Last week he was in the ring with Moxley. I'm just scared that Tony Khan isn't a good poker player and he shows his cards too much. I feel like he's going to go with Moxley over Bryan Danielson. And, and then we're going to get the, MJF fucking Moxley feud. And I'm not looking forward to that. I'm not. Danielson at MJF, that's different. That's different. I think that could be a better program that could lead to some great matches.
Sorry, man. It's looking like Mox to me.
Yeah, I agree with you. Simple Khan. I'm going to start calling him Simple Khan. You remember that movie Tropic Thunder where Ben Stiller had his character, Simple Jack? That's what Tony Khan is sometimes. He's Simple Tony.
Yikes.
Simple Tony.
Simple Tony.
Sorry. And to quote the great Robert Downey Jr., you never go full retard. Just don't do it. You don't do it. Man. Daniel Garcia again watching out. He's watching what's going on. He didn't have anything to do with this match. He didn't come out. Would you guys think it would have been better if Garcia maybe would have got involved in this match and then...
No.
No? Okay. So you like that it was a clean finish?
Clean finish. It would have made it worse. He has no personality.
Was a clean finish. Okay. Do you think there's a chance we're going to see Kenny Omega next week, Gilch?
No.
Jay? How about the Young Bucks?
Listen, they're stopping all production, man. They even stopped promoting this freaking video game. Who knows when we'll get it?
Well, I heard that Kenny Omega is going to be at the Tokyo Game Show. I don't know if you guys heard about this. At the Tokyo Game Show, they're promoting AEW Fight Forever, their video game, which CM Punk is on the cover of, and Kenny Omega is on the cover of. So I don't think CM Punk will be there, but I've heard Kenny Omega is confirmed for the Tokyo Game Show. And I'm also hearing rumors riling up right now. I was talking to Gilch earlier about Comic-Con. Rumor is that Kenny Omega will be at New York Comic-Con doing signings and working a few panels to promote AEW Fight Forever. And that gives me a good reason to go to Comic-Con. I'd love to meet Kenny Omega. I got a lot of figures for him to sign.
I know Sting's going to be there.
Sting is going to be there for $200. Maybe $250 at this point. Fuck. Inflation is real this year, folks. Inflation is real.
Fuck it, it's Sting.
It's Sting. Would you want to meet CM Punk right now? How much would you pay to meet CM Punk?
$50.
Gilch, how about you? Have you ever met CM Punk, Gilch? Okay. I met him once. When I went to hand him the WWF title to sign, his reaction was this. He said, "Ill. Oh, too bad, ill. I should have told him after he signed it. Too fucking bad. Ill nothing. I pay you and you sign like the good little bitch you are." That's what I'm going to tell him if I get him to sign again. I want to shit on Punk. I used to be your fan, man, but you've done nothing but disappoint me since you've come back. With your shitty attitude, your shitty fucking ways. You're not a cool dude. You're cool to who you want to be cool to. And everybody else can eat dick and die. That's your attitude.
They all fucked up, man. But hey, whatever. Who gives a shit?
Idiots, man.
Should be a good show next week.
It's gonna be a great show because CM Punk's not on it. I'm over it. I'm over seeing buckshot lariats. I'm over it.
I already saw him live, so I'm good.
I'm disappointed, man. Where's Hangman? They shitted on poor Hangman. They shitted on Dark Order. We're not gonna get any Dark Order. We're not gonna get any Hangman. At all.
You know, we're not gonna get Hangman, period, because of this. So you're not gonna see him on TV for a while either.
All right, one question I have. I'll go to Gilch first. If there was someone that you could see wrestle next Wednesday night, who would it be? That isn't already on the card, obviously. This is somebody that's not on the card.
Adam Cole.
Great answer. Jay?
Kyle O'Reilly.
Great answer. I agree with that. My answer was going to be Kyle O'Reilly. Wow. So it's only a few more days. Saturday we get Max Caster. We'll probably get Matt Cardona. Any word on that?
Haven't heard anything.
He did a signing today for someone that I follow on TikTok, and the guy made a video with him, and he just kept asking him questions. He's like, "Are you back? Are you back?" And Matt Cardona did tell him, "I am back."
I think. Hold on.
I think it's going to happen. I think we're going to see Matt Cardona versus Bully Ray. I think we're going to be part of something.
I think Matt might be out of the country for NWA this weekend.
Really?
Hold on, let me check, because I thought I saw them advertising.
NWA, don't they film from Atlanta, Georgia? What are they doing leaving the fucking country? Where'd they get money to leave the country?
Maybe it was at NWA. I see something on Instagram being promoted out of the country. Fuck was it? You guys
Who knows?
Scroll.
Oh, yeah.
I hope it's not true. I would love to see Matt live. Is he going to be at that Atlantic City show that's coming up?
I don't know. I didn't see him on the card. I was a little surprised I didn't see him.
Isn't he like their champion?
He was. He had to vacate it when he got hurt.
Okay. Who's the champ now, Gage?
It is. You know what? I don't know. Is it Moxley?
Oh, maybe it is.
Moxley,
yeah. It's Moxley. It's Moxley and Gage, career versus title.
Yeah. I think Gage is going to take it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Cardona probably take it back.
Yeah.
Aren't those guys a little wild at that show? A little wild.
Yeah. I've never been to a GCW. I would love to go.
You might get your head cut open again.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
They're hardcore, man.
Yeah.
Yo, John Moxley's going to throw the pizza slicer. It's going to leave the crowd, and it's going to either hit me or you in the head. Give me a wrap. Fuck,
I'm a chant NDK, so I blend in. NDK.
Friday night should be interesting. I'm very curious to see what's going to happen with the Bloodline and Solo Sikoa bringing that gold over from NXT. And then next Tuesday night, Gilch, I think you should watch NXT because you're going to see the rebirth of NXT Black and Gold. Shawn Michaels special.
Dream.
Well, I'm off from work. I'm off from work Wednesday.
Did you see if you didn't hear at the end of NXT, Shawn Michaels had a message, and then the NXT 2.0 logo transformed into the black and gold NXT logo, and he said, "We are NXT," and that's how the show ended.
I believed you for a while, and I just kept going.
I also heard that. They said that Triple H, that Halloween Havoc has now been changed to TakeOver, and it's all going back to TakeOver again. They're picking up just where they left off. Triple H is in full control. Vince McMahon is at Planet Fitness, not giving one fuck.
You guys see the Saturday Night Nitro from that same mall?
Yeah, I sent the clip. Did you catch that clip of Rob Van Dam at the end fighting? I believe it was Dante Martin, right?
Yep. Super cool. I seen the venue. Like, I was just scrolling and I didn't notice it, and I seen the venue and I stopped scrolling. I scrolled back. I was like, "Why does this look familiar?" And then as soon as I saw it's Saturday Night Nitro, I'm like, "Oh."
I'm kind of surprised Tony Khan's Mark Ass didn't book a show there already.
Yeah, you're right.
Because he loves him some WCW, man.
New York Fashion Week. We got.
My God.
We got Sasha and Naomi walking the runway at Fashion Week.
I hope they fall down.
Oh, Savage.
Cares.
Savage from Savage.
Fuck them, man. They like to walk out on companies.
I can't believe I fucking 2 Dimes and Nick Camarado are going to be in Staten Island Saturday night.
What are they doing?
A show.
Oh, shit.
Warriors of Wrestling, I think it is.
Have you ever gone to any of the Staten Island shows? Because I hear there's quite a few of them in Staten Island.
I wasn't really into any of the indie stuff back then. But yeah, they have some good shows and they get people there. They had the Hardy Boys.
They got a lot of space.
Yeah.
Their venue's pretty big.
Yeah. Saturday's venue is big as well, so we'll definitely see some. It's funny, Jake, because the last one we went to at that Little Knights of Columbus, it was so small that if you went off the top rope, you really had to avoid hitting the roof. Like, it was kind of impossible. Yeah. Actually, we were chanting touch the roof when they were on the top rope.
So you're expecting there to be like way more people at this one?
Yeah, probably like triple. And, a lot of action. I mean, like, girls were going top rope, out of the ring. Like, they definitely like a lot of action.
Nah, the last one was Matt Show, so I'm looking forward to this one. It should be a good fucking show, man.
Yeah, it's fun. Their shows are fun. He does a good job, Myers.
Yeah, he puts a lot of work into it. That's for sure, man. Get to see some wrestlers on Saturday. Smackdown should be okay on Friday. And we'll be back here, obviously, next Wednesday. I'll do a show on Dynamite. I might do one immediately as soon as I get home. Or maybe we'll just do it live from outside Arthur Ashe Stadium. Maybe. I don't know if Gilch is going to join me or Jay's going to join me. I'll sit there. I'll do it live. I'll get it over with. Probably be a quick show, 10 minutes. Tell you what happened. Tell you to have a good night. And tell you to go fuck yourself. Nah, I'm just playing. But, this has been Wrestling with Savage, episode 100. 100 in the books. We'll be back on Friday night for episode 101. And, you guys have any final thoughts? Anything else you want to talk about before we go? No? Next week after NXT, me and Jay are going to stick around a little extra to cut a special little show. We're going to end the show and then go live again. We'll be talking about some other topics. I don't know what they are going to be yet, but we're going to be talking about something that's not professional wrestling. And just having fun, fucking around. So if you want to see some off-the-rails conversation next Tuesday night, after we're done with NXT, stick around for some exclusive time with Jay to be really Jay. You get to really hear what Jay has to say about a lot of shit. And it's a lot. He's got a lot to say.
Like, what's he going to talk about? The weather?
Well, I think one topic he said so far was crime. He wanted to talk about crime. So that should be interesting. Maybe if he wants to talk about crime that he's going to commit, or maybe crimes he's trying to avoid. I don't know.
Or crimes in professional wrestling by professional wrestlers. We could talk about that, baby.
The crime of professional wrestlers being professional wrestlers? Oh my God.
We could talk about all these pedophiles.
Pedophiles? Oh my God. I knew it. I knew he was going to do some shit like that. Gilch, real quick. Who's got better sports entertainers? WWE or AEW?
Neither.
I don't know.
Shit. Well, you think about it over the weekend. Everybody, this has been Wrestling with Savage, episode 100, and we are out of here. Everybody have a good night. God bless. Shout out to Dave. Shout out to Crittext. Thank you for watching so much. Make sure you subscribe, follow. Hit us up on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Discord. Come into the Discord. Don't be fucking shy. All right? And hit the subscribe button. If you're just watching this on the fly, this is your first time catching Wrestling with Savage, hit subscribe, man. Don't give Logan Paul all those subscribes. Come to me. I'll beat up Logan Paul, and I'll probably beat up anybody else you fucking know. Wrestling with Savage out.
You are watching Wrestling with Savage!
Yeah, it's still nice tonight.
But of course,
I've got some
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, brought to you live at the
Next
champ.
card down is
A
gonna
last
be
ride straight to hell, a
ECW Friday
tombstone,
night.
a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. Smackdown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
I'm trying to give these two WWE
Guys, I gotta go. I still got the birthday thing. Adios.
Talk to you guys tomorrow. Later. Yo, I don't know if anyone's looking. Rampage. They're doing not even Dynamite. Doing live Rampage in Atlantic City, November 4th. It's a Friday. Tickets go on pre-sale tomorrow. Good question. Well, if it's live, it's probably 9, right? Or 8 if they do it early. Yeah. Yep. AEW? Yeah. I've always wanted to go to one of those. Yeah, we're full crash tonight. It's a 2-night event, but what they did, I guess smart for them, is they separated the tickets. So Moxey's fighting this Saturday night. That's all I really care about. I think it's in Showboat. Yeah, Showboat. That's Showboat, like convention center area, like where I think that's where they do all their stuff over there. Yeah.